Well, welcome to Las Vegas, and I can tell you that this is a most extraordinary occasion because the heat here is absolutely overpowering. They have a canopy, as I heard Des say earlier, over the ring, and my word, do they need it, because I'm sitting out here with the sun on my back. I'm told it's 105 in the shade, and if I stand up off my seat for 30 seconds, I can't sit down again. That's how hot it is. The fight now ready to go. Colin Jones, who has had some problems here, he and his manager Eddie Thomas this week, over the money, over whether the fight will take place. The weigh-in today was an extraordinary scene. But now all that is past. 12 rounds for the vacant WBC, the World Boxing Council Welterweight Championship. They are, in fact, I suppose, coming up for round 13 of that fight because they went 12 in Reno, Nevada in March, and they couldn't find a decision. So here it is again, Jones versus Milton McCrory of Detroit. 6'1" he stands, McCrory. Milt, the stilt he's also known as the Iceman. And McCrory brings into this fight today an allegedly healed right hand, which he said he didn't have when he first fought Jones, and Jones will get a surprise. Well, McCrory's been having trouble making the weight, there's no doubt about that. He had a real struggle to get in at 10.7, and I'm still not convinced he was exactly on 10.7 when he came to the scales today. So if he's had a lot of trouble making weight, this man is going to be weak. And we know that Jones has a punch. And so it's going to be interesting to see whether McCrory's right hand, the healed right hand, is going to do something destructive, or can Jones from Wales pull off the welterweight championship of the world, which no Welshman has ever held. The last British fighter to hold it, of course, was John H. Stracey. The referee from Panama, Isaac Pereira. And now at 2:39 p.m. in Las Vegas, with the sun hammering down out of a totally blue sky, and a fair old crowd gathered here at the Dunes Hotel, Las Vegas. Jones in their first fight started slowly and gave away certainly 4 or 5 rounds early on. Jones 24. McCrory, 21. McCrory has never been beaten. And there's the right hand of McCrory shown very early on. Jones some 5 inches shorter. Neither of these men ever been on the floor as professionals. There's a lot of Welsh support at this ringside. Jones has brought some 400 supporters, and I can tell you from what I've been seeing in the last couple of hours that they've been preparing themselves very merrily indeed for this fight. And if Jones wins this, there is going to be some Welsh festival here in Las Vegas. Incidentally, this ring, which is built in the old car park of the Dunes Hotel, is overshadowed by another famous hotel here, the Caesars Palace, where Tom Jones, the great Welsh pop singer, year after year comes back and scores tremendous success with Las Vegas. So can another Jones boy from Wales also take Las Vegas by storm? There can't have been too many world title fights held in such heat as this. The canopy is a godsend. It's keeping the sun off them, but even so, the air temperature is very, very hot indeed. And if this fight goes at any pace, then it's going to be a real test of stamina and just rugged durability. McCrory feeling his way behind the left jab as he did in the first fight in Reno. This is the stylist, McCrory. And Jones is the all-out stamina, go-for-broke fighter. Oh, there's the left and he's over. First time in his professional career, and Jones is on the floor in the first round. Left, looking at Eddie Thomas very sensibly and coolly, winks at Thomas. and beats the count. Jones down in the first round. There's the bell. It was right on the bell. And Jones, for the first time in his professional career, has been put on the floor. A man called Lloyd Lee once did it to him as an amateur. Now McCrory does it to him. It wasn't the right that McCrory said he was bringing with him this time. It was the left hand, and here it is. That was a beautiful punch, right on the point of the chin. And Jones went down, shook his head, was totally in command of his senses. He looked at Eddie Thomas throughout the count, and Thomas gave him the signal when to get up. So there's the first sensation of this fight. McCrory brings over the punch that puts Jones on the floor. And what a setback that is for the Welsh challenge for this welterweight title. The old title held, of course, by Sugar Ray Leonard. And some puffiness already coming up over Jones's right eye. Well, I hope that minute rest, as far as Jones is concerned, has been enough for him. A punch like that and a knockdown like that in this heat really means twice as much as it would under ordinary circumstances. So a disastrous start for Jones. No knockdowns in the first fight. One in the first round of this. Well, we've seen Jones start slowly in many fights, and we've seen him pull him out of the fire when he's been miles behind. But one must admit that at this moment, the tall, slim, black McCrory from the famous Kronk stable in Detroit looks like a man in command. And he's getting through with lefts and rights, and Jones is having to take them. McCrory looks quite a different fighter to the one we saw in Reno. He's twice as decisive. Jones is very much a coming forward fighter. He doesn't like to retreat. These are the moments for retreat when McCrory is so much on top. Jones is walking into everything as he comes forward, trying to find his own punch. And McCrory stays cool and poker face. And this sun, in this incredible heat, continues to bear down on this scene in Las Vegas, Nevada. Desert weather. Jones' eyes looking sore. And it's the left hand of McCrory that's giving Jones all the trouble. Jabs and hooks, all getting him. And if McCrory had trouble making the weight, which I'm sure he did, he's made an extraordinarily fast start. It might just be that he's gambling on getting this over fast and doesn't want to go 12. 2 rounds to McCrory. Couldn't have been a worse start, really, for Colin Jones of Wales, the Commonwealth champion and the former British and European champion. So Jones, in this fight, a new experience on the floor as a pro. But here's a resilient fighter. Here's a man of common sense and intelligence and integrity, and above all, of need it all here in Las Vegas. 10 rounds to go. Colourful scene. People, most of them stripped to the waist, apart from the ladies, that is.
Milton McCrory.
And it's a marvellous scene, if only people didn't have to fight in it. It really is too hot for boxing, in my opinion. This is a very purposeful McCrory indeed. 21 years old, 21 fights, 120, and the one draw with Jones, the only blemish on the record, if you can call it that. He's won 17 inside the distance. He comes from the stable in Detroit that includes the famous Thomas Hearns, the current WBC light middleweight champion. Great stable of fighters. And Jones is getting caught even with wide and telegraph punches. You'll notice, still coming the only way he knows, that's forward. Different type of boxer will be using these rounds after their bad start to keep out of trouble and conserve strength and try to draw McCrory onto something. But Jones is a forward fighter. But the great secret of Jones's career is that he's always been able to pull out a winning punch when he's most needed it. Fight on McCrory's. There's no way that Jones is picking up any sort of points at all. The swelling coming out of the side of Jones's left eye, just underneath the eye, the side of the face, taking it with him. And the whole question is, how much more of this can he take? Tormenting Jones with that left hand, and he has done for 3 rounds, including the knockdown in the first. That was done with the left as well. So 9 minutes out of the 36 minutes of action are completed, and Jones has lost them all. Well, as you know, back in London, we have the former middleweight champion of the world who knows Las Vegas very well indeed, Alan Minter. And I suppose, Alan, back there you must be feeling as apprehensive as I am.
Well, Harry, it's all in McCrory's favour at the moment. He's doing everything right. But the thing is, you don't lose concentration for one second, because Jones is so dangerous. I mean, we've seen him fight before many times when he's been well losing, and all of a sudden he's knocked his man Spark out. So, you know, he could just do it any time.
Alan, would you think that this sort of heat is right for boxing, particularly for a world title fight?
No, I don't, Harry. It's too hot for them, I'm sure of it. You know, it's ridiculous.
Well, the two of them look as though they're coping with it fairly well so far. There's a long way to go, 9 rounds in fact. The first 3 are all McCrory. Aggressive referee, Mr. Pereira from Panama. First time he's really had to come between them. And McCrory, if anything, is going faster now in the 4th than he was in the first 3. The amazing thing to me is that he had the trouble making the weight. Usually when men have to make the weight for these sort of fights, they leave so much behind in the gym and in the sweatbox, getting the weight off, that they don't have a lot to bring into the ring with them. But McCrory seems to be bringing everything in, and a lot more than he brought into Reno with him, when he didn't have trouble making the weight. He was half a pound under. It could be that McCrory underestimated Colin Jones the first time round, and he's learned something. This is a case of a man purely outboxing another man. Just about every combination McCrory throws finds Colin Jones, but Jones still comes forward and he's still looking for the one punch. The bites send the shivers right down the body of this black challenger. It's interesting now that Jones has taken all of McCrory's best punches, and he hasn't gone down again since the first. And one begins to wonder whether McCrory can keep his pace up in this heat. And Jones gives him a sidelong look as he passes him on the way to the corner, as much as to say, you haven't got me yet. 4 rounds completed. And the cornermen in this fight having to do a lot of work on their men in this heat to try to cool them down in the 1 minute. That's hardly long enough in between them.
Right-handed will be shot out.
And this is a very expensive fight.
Whatever he throws, you let him miss it.
He's getting $450,000.
Every time he throws the jab, because his right leg is
as near as makes it. And he got more than that for the first fight. A little bit of replay here. That was a fair left hand by Jones, the one success that he had in the fourth. Jones is coming out aggressively again, coming forward. Somehow, he has to disturb the rhythm and the concentration of McCrory, and sow that little doubt in McCrory's mind that he's on the way to victory. This is a very aggressive round by Jones. And for the first time, there's just that little doubt in your mind whether McCrory is going to keep this up and go on to victory. This is very much in the pattern of the first fight. McCrory stole most of the early rounds and then went into a sort of coma between the 6th and the 11th, and 1-0. And this man Jones does have the most enormous reserves of stamina and sheer determination to win. This is a much more even round. This is the first round in which Jones has really showed that he can cope with McCrory. Well, that was easily the best run Jones has had so far. And he took the initiative for the first time away from McCrory. So this has, again, all the makings of a really tremendous battle between these two good men who are totally opposed in style. Smooth, silky McCrory and the sheer, ruthless, aggressive former gravedigger, miner, Colin Jones. Eddie Thomas with him, former European welterweight champion, the same weight as Jones. Eddie never managed to win a world title, and wouldn't Eddie just love to see his man do that? It would be, I suspect, the crowning moment of Eddie's long, long career in boxing. I remember him when he was a boxer. He was the star.
Don't shoot that minute there, just make sure you shoot good there.
Keeping up this relentless pressure on the man they call the Iceman. Well, heat always melts ice. There's blood in McCrory's mouth. Jones is working very well with the left hook to the body. McCrory is concentrating on the head punches. And this is almost uncannily a repeat of their first fight in Reno in March. And the whole tenor of the fight, the whole complexion of the fight has suddenly changed because Jones has taken it into his hands again now. He's not picking up the punches that were rattling him earlier on. McCrory's arms are a little slower, but the punches are not snapping out with the same crispness. And if you notice, there's much more of this inside stuff. Now, there's a lot of clinching. That's the pace and the heat beginning to tell. They need these little rests inside from time to time. And McCrory now being made to back up. Good right from McCrory, but not enough to put Jones down. Jones has been down once in this fight. At the end of the first round from the left. McCrory's pouring it all in again, and Jones comes through it. The sweat is pouring down the face of McCrory. Jones looks cooler. And the two of them give each other a little pat. That's 18 rounds these two have completed against each other. And there is certainly now a tremendous respect between the pair of them. Alaminta. Well, how do you feel about this? Do you think Colin Jones is going to do the same thing he did last time and come late and either win it or get himself a draw?
Well, it looks like it, Harry. I mean, that 5th round, up until the 5th round, I've got McCrory in front. The 5th round was Jones's best round, where he must have been told, well, say staying out and getting picked up, go in and have a go. And that 5th round, he's gone in, he started pressuring McCrory, and he got through with some fantastic punches, nice hard punches. And I think that's what he's got to do. He's got to start pressuring more. Push, get McCrory on the backward foot, then I think we'll see a different fight.
Well, there's another little point perhaps I can make. I went up into this ring and tried out the canvas, and the canvas is on, I would think, at least 1.5 inches of foam rubber. And it really is very, very soft and mushy. And it's almost impossible to get any sort of spring out of this canvas. And I would have thought for a man who relies on his feet so much as McCrory, that that canvas will tell on him rather more than it will on the more stolid-footed Colin Jones. Anyway, that's just a little theory. Meanwhile, the action is steaming and as sultry as the weather. And there's blood on the forehead of Colin Jones. The action in this round is really, really torrid. These two are so well matched, it's quite unbelievable. Now, where that blood came from, I don't know. It's disappeared. It may have come from the mouth of McCrory, that certainly is bleeding, transferred to gloves and then onto the forehead of Jones, but it's disappeared now. There's blood from McCrory's nose as well. What a good left that was. Jabbed McCrory's head right back. This amazing fighting machine, Jones, coming forward, and he really now must be beginning to worry McCrory, who must think to himself, I've had 4 or 5 really good rounds, and this man's still there, and he's coming for me. And he's very nearly got him, I tell you. Just like the first fight, McCrory seems to be wilting. Round 7. Tremendous lashing punches being put out by Jones now. And to his credit, McCrory has taken them well. And Jones is very close to winning this. The man is rocking and reeling all over the place. He can only hang on and hope. Amazing turnaround. There's the bell. What an amazing turnabout. And McCrory goes back, shaking his head, limping towards his corner, and can barely find the energy to slump onto the stool. That is amazing. Jones has done it again. He's made a bad start, and now he's got the fight almost within his grasp if he can only keep it up. And that is precisely the way it went in Reno. What a tremendous succession of socking punches Jones began to put together here. And you could see all the resilience melting out of McCrory. And it's a wonder he didn't go down. And that in itself is a tribute to the man that he didn't. So Jones is back in the fight, and Wales are close to winning a world title. The 8th. these are the moments when, if McCrory was having real trouble making the weight, that it'll find him out. The turnaround has come just a little earlier than in the Reno fight. One of the ringsiders here is Howard Winston, the former world featherweight champion and the last Welshman to hold a world title. What a moment it'll be for him if he can say he was there the day that another Welshman won a world title. Tremendous seventh. Perhaps understandably the pace slows a little. McCrory still springy on the legs. McCrory is boxing his way defensively back into this, using his feet and his reach to keep out of trouble. That says something for McCrory's class, that he can come back after such a bad round as the last one and have such a cool boxing brain as this to pick up points off Jones, which he certainly did. A strangely quiet round after the excitement of the seventh. Well, we're coming up to the ninth. And the ninth round has always been a significant round in Colin Jones' fighting life. You remember the two fights with Kirkland Lang, both of which seemed to be almost irretrievably lost. And he pulled both of them out in the ninth round. First with one punch and then with a series of punches in the next one. And then again in Reno against McCrory. Jones seemed to be well behind and losing, and suddenly he turned everything around in the ninth, and that led to the draw. And now the ninth is coming up again.
Come on, let's go. Put your gloves up. Push him up. Okay, start bouncing up and down. Okay, let's get ready to fight, man. This is your championship, man. You ain't giving them nothing. We come to take us back this time. We ain't go through that bullshit with them before.
Colin Jones always happy to be restrained by the referee at the start of every round. Eager to get back. Hand of McCrory's, which did so much damage at the start of this fight, back in action again. Jones's aggression has eased off. Did he put too much into the seventh? McCrory's footwork, which is remarkable in this heat and on this canvas, keeping himself clear of trouble. He may have decided that he built up a big enough lead in the early rounds. He only has to keep going. And certainly the onus now is on Jones to come and take the title. He must be behind. McCrory winks at his corner. These must be really grueling moments up there in that ring, under this canopy, in this extraordinary heat. Good punch from Jones, and McCrory's in trouble again. The fateful ninth round that Jones loves so much. Surely he's not going to do it again in the ninth. McCrory seems to me at this moment to be living on memory. He survives. Well, there were a few seconds at the end of that round when Jones suddenly threatened to do it again in the ninth.
When you see the man getting ready...
But he was too late, and McCrory was still too much in command of his senses. Well, here's a little bit of action. This was a moment when McCrory was threatening to be put down again. He hasn't been down so far in 2 fights. Alan Minter, how do you sum it up so far?
Well, Harry, the 7th round was a sensational round for Jones, but the last round we've just seen, Jones just can't get to him. I mean, he's pressuring. Towards the end of that round, he called him with a good shot, but then McCrory is holding on. He's using some good tactics, McCrory, but you just can't underestimate Colin Jones.
That's right enough, Alan. Round 10, 3 to go. Anything could happen. Two great factors in McCrory's success have been the left jab. He's gone southpaw, and he's caught a right hand. Went southpaw and got a right for his pains. He's gone back to orthodox. Well, I was about to say that the two great factors in McCrory's success in this fight so far have been the left hand and the remarkable footwork. And it is remarkable in this heat. And the fact that he had trouble making the weight. But he still has 2.5 rounds to go. And Jones, who looks strong, has that much time to catch up with him still. There's blood at the side of McCrory's left eye. I think he's cut underneath it. If it's not a cut, it's a graze. Good right from McCrory, and Jones just shrugged it off. Amazingly aggressive fight again by Jones. And it is very much in the pattern of the first fight. It's almost a replica, in fact, apart from the knockdown in the first round. There's one very important exception, of course, and that is that Jones at this point is further behind than he was in the first. End of the 10th, and still the chase goes on for Jones against this elusive man from Detroit, Milton McCrory. Whatever happens in this fight, you have to say that these two men have produced two world title fights of tremendous excitement and at times of considerable class. Really, they've had most things. Jones here has shown all the courage in the world, particularly in this fight, where he's got up off the floor at the end of the first round, and at times has threatened to sweep McCrory out of the ring. And the American, you have to say, is a supreme ring artist. His left hand and his feet in this fight have done wonders for him. 2 to go. McCrory has the advantage. Jones now has to stop him.
Let's go, Milton. Box his hands. It's your championship. Now, let's go. Come on, your championship.
There's been a moment in this fight when Jones has taken a backward step. Most of the opinion here in fight-conscious Las Vegas was that in this heat, neither of them would be able to go the distance. But it's beginning to look as though it may well go the 12 again. Jones's left eye is puffed. He finished with two very puffed, swollen and marked eyes in the first fight. And McCrory finished with a right hand injury and nose and mouth trouble. Jones smiles as the left catches him on the ribs. Jones badly needs that one blinding lightning punch. Every Welshman in the place, 400 of them or so, willing Jones on. Roaring encouragement. He can't just find that one punch to nail the Iceman. Good round for Jones. He's carried the fight all the way to McCrory. And once more, Jones finishes a round, coming forward and threatening, but still hasn't found the one really important punch. But as we all know from American fighting, and I'm sure Alan Minter would bear this out, the man who goes forward does tend to carry a lot of weight with the judges. What do you feel about
it? You want to get inside? Move it over. Look at it. This is it. 3 minutes of that. Okay? 3 minutes of it.
Yeah, you're right, Harry. I mean, it's like when I thought Mustafa Ham show in Vegas. I was going back because he was going forward. I thought I well won the fight by going backwards, and yet he got it on a split decision. They do score on aggression. Like this, in this country, we score by punches landing, but they tend to score much more by the guy coming forward, which Jones has been doing all the way through the fight.
Well, that's absolutely right, Alan, and I've just been, in my ears around me, I can hear some of the McCrory supporters telling him that if he doesn't come forward, he's going to go home without a belt. I would have thought that McCrory is pretty well ahead as we come into the 12th and final round. Well, it's been the same sort of doer and testing fight they had the first time. Two well-matched men who brought respect out of each other. And now the crisis moments are here. McCrory started a 2-1 favourite with the local bookmakers in Las Vegas, but they might not be feeling too sure now. Good left hook from Jones. The man is capable of pulling everything out with one punch. McCrory knows that. Jones knows that. We all know that. And that is what makes it also almost unbearably exciting. All of this place. The entire arena cheering these two on now under this blazing sun in the Nevada desert. No more boxing, no more tricks, no more science. Man for man, blood for blood. Who's going to come out on top? Both corners going absolutely berserk, urging their men on. So what a fight they've put on again for the second time. 24 rounds these two have gone, and still it's in the balance. And the tireder man of the two, without any question, is Milton McCrory. The bell, what a fight that was again. And the whole ring is invaded by extraordinarily excited people. Thomas lifts his man, the McCrory supporters lift their men, everybody's lifting everybody else. The whole place is in a delirium of excitement, and all anybody can sensibly do is to wait for the three judges' verdicts. But what a fight it was. And they went the distance in this heat. And that alone is a feat. Believe me, I wouldn't have given much chance for them to go 12 rounds in this. The whole place is scaldingly hot. So now we wait for the calmer moments of the points. And what an amazing thing it would be if it turned out to be a draw again. Jose Suleiman, the president of the World Boxing Council, tried to lay down a rule here that there couldn't be a draw. Well, nowhere in the WBC rules does it say you mustn't have a draw, or you can't have a draw. But Suleiman wanted the judges to name a winner whatever, even if they had him level, he wanted him to mark one man as the winner, because he didn't want another draw and he didn't want the title to be left vacant again. But that thought of Suleiman's was overruled at a rules meeting last night by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, and in my opinion, rightly so. So there can be a draw. There must be 100 people. Must be 100 people in that ring, if not more. Alan Minter, let's have yours summing up.
Well, Harry, I go for McCrory. The last round was a sensational round by both fighters. The 7th round, Jones won. But in my books, he never done enough all the way through. He was pressuring all the time, but McCrory was picking him up. In my books, it's McCrory.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that, Alan. Although we were saying in the previous round, of course, that aggression, even sometimes when he doesn't seem to be scoring, aggression does count with judges here. It's just the way these particular judges here view Jones's aggression.
Yeah, I mean, he was aggressive all the way through.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a split decision.
It's a split decision, so one judge certainly has gone for Jones at least.
Judge Ray Solis scores 115 McCrory, 114 Jones.
1 point in it for McCrory from the first judge.
Judge Angel Tovar scores 114 Jones, 113 McCrory.
1 point in it for Jones. Now who's got it?
And Judge Anselmo Escobedo scores 115 to 111 for the winner by a split decision and new welterweight champion of the world, Milton McCrory.
McCrory has got it. The deciding judge went absolutely overboard for him, 115-111, and McCrory is the new world welterweight champion as recognized by the WBC. But Jones made another tremendous fight of it. A draw the first time and a split decision this time. I'm going to try and get up into that mob in the ring and have a word with Colin Jones. Wish me luck, Alan.
Harry's battling away in the ringside there to get to Colin Jones. Alan, the judging was remarkable there again, wasn't it? I mean, by 1 point either way, and then a remarkable 4 points difference.
Yeah, I don't know what countries these judges come from, but it's so, you just can't believe how they can be so far apart.
I must say, from this far away, you and I both thought, didn't we, that McCrory had done enough there, especially knocked him down in the first round.
Colin?
Yeah. Here we are. Harry's got him now.
Colin, can you have a word with me? Colin, I know I disappointed you, Phil. Tell me about it.
Well, you asked the questions, Harry.
Well, let's start at the beginning. How badly did he hurt you in the first round?
Well, there's more of a stun shot than anything, It didn't hurt me, just obviously I dropped, and my head was a little bit fuzzy. I dropped, so I looked at the corner, winked, and I knew I was all right because I had a little smile on the face, and I knew I was fine.
It was very much like the first fight, wasn't it? You started a little slowly, you came right back into it. Did you feel that I come back enough?
Thought that I'd given enough just to edge it.
Yeah.
But
the 7th round, I mean, it was fantastic. You almost had him gone.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed.
I can understand that, Colin. What? Colin Jones? Eddie Thomas, can you have a word with me?
Yes, sir.
I can understand, Colin, he can't